This team just finds ways. This team just finds new ways to piss me off. Just new ways. Every single fucking game. They just do. I, wouldn't expect it to be that much. But it's that much. They find ways. They lose another one. They lose another series. What's that, 5 series in a row now? You lost 5 series in a row going back to the Oakland series. Your last series win was the sweep of the LA Dodgers. The trade deadline has come and gone, and Dave Dombrowski, in my utter opinion, completely failed and botched the trade deadline. Oh, look at Jazz Chisholm doing everything possible for the Yankees. Looks like he sparked that team. Oh, that would have been a nice addition. Not specifically Jazz, but just getting another bat to supplement your lineup. That would be nice. But no. I have to watch shit. I have to watch filth. I have to watch utter garbage of an offense that I've been watching for the past 2.5, 3 weeks at this point. The Yankees gave you every single opportunity to win this game. The Yankees were handing it to you. They were hand-delivering it to you. Holmes in the 9th inning, wild pitches all over the place. Rojas scores because of it. Hey, Trey Turner, you want to know how to hit a ball out of the infield? Hey, Bryce Harper, do you want to get a hit anytime soon here? Do y'all want to do anything? Of course, Alec Boehm hits one on the fucking nose and he, gets fucking unfortunate in the bottom of the 11th. Of course, he gets unfortunate there. That was probably the hardest hit that the Phillies had in all the extra innings. And of course, it goes right to an outfielder. It's fucking embarrassing. It's fucking unbelievable that this team just can't string together hits, can't string together anything. Oh, here comes the Yankees in every single fucking extra inning. That's just, they find ways to manufacture runs. And yeah, it's because of the fucking ghost runner, but still, they find ways. They found ways. And then our offense just could put how many bases loaded opportunities did we get from the 9th inning to the 10th inning on? Would be nice to score. Would be nice to score with the bases loaded. Austin Hayes, after we called him Whit Merrifield 2.0, had 4 RBI today. It wasn't Austin Hayes' fault. It 100% wasn't Austin Hayes' fault that the Phillies lost today. Hell, it wasn't even Aaron Nola's fault that the Phillies lost today. And I believe fucking Aaron Nola's entire outing goes completely lost because of how long this game went and how fucking egregious this game was. You go up 4-1. Alec Boehm RBI double after the Yankees take a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning. Aaron Nola, it looked scary from the get-go, because he allows bases loaded and no outs to start this game and gets out of it only allowing 1 run. So a gutsy performance there from Aaron Nola, and the Phillies responded in the bottom of the first inning. No help from Trey and Bryce. But, Kyle Schwarber walks, advances to second on Trey Turner's chopper, and then Alec Boehm doubles into the gap to tie the game up. Then JT singles, Stott walks, and Austin Hayes hits a 3-run shot, which I have no idea what's with the balls in this series. They feel fucking juiced. They really do. I feel like that Hayes hit should not have gone over the fence, but I guess that's the benefit of being in Citizens Bank Park. It is a hitter's bandbox. That's what it is. Same thing with Yankee Stadium. Both stadiums are very hitter-friendly. So I guess that's the fortune there. So you're up 4-1. Okay, Aaron Nola allows a home run to Jazz. And apparently fucking Jazz Chisholm is God. And he's your father. That's what he's treating you like this series. That's what it feels like, because apparently all of a sudden he's a Gold Glove third baseman and he's the best power hitter since Barry Bonds. That's what he's been this series. 2 home runs yesterday, even though one of those home runs was off Garrett Stubbs. And 2 home runs today, a 3-run shot off Matt Strahm after he walked Juan Soto after Juan Soto had a perfect at-bat, battled literally every single chance he got, and fouled off some very good pitches from Strahm, and Strahm walked him. And then Strahm was probably afraid of Judge, walked him, and then he hung a pitch to Jazz Chisholm up in the zone, and Jazz sent it right past the foul pole. Fair ball, 3-run shot, Yankees in front. Phillies were fortunate to tie the game because Holmes was pissing himself all over the mound with the wild pitches. Thank God you got Johan Rojas pinch running for Nick Castellanos because no one else would have scored in that situation. And he barely even made it home, too. He hesitated at first. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Yankees were gifting you every chance in the later stages of this ball game to win it. To win it. And you can't even do that right. You can't even do that right. Unbelievable. You had 4 hits. Before you got into the later stages of the game, you had 4 hits. 1 hit after that, you had the Alec Boehm double. You had a JT Realmuto single. You had Hayes' homer. I don't know why I have 2 of that. You had Alec Boehm's double, JT single, Hayes' homer, and then another JT hit. And that was your only hits for basically the entire game at that point until when was the last time you got a hit after that? When was the last time you got a hit after that, one of those JT singles? So I believe that was in the 4th inning. JT got a single there. Bottom of the 5th, you didn't get a hit. Bottom of the 6th, you didn't get a hit. Bottom of the 7th inning, you didn't get a hit. Bottom of the 8th inning, you didn't get a hit. So basically your next hit was after the 4th inning. It wasn't until the fucking 9th inning when JT reached on an infield single. Unbelievable. Just going through this game entirely, like I said, the very first inning, Alec Boehm, Aaron Nola getting out of a bases loaded no-out jam, only allowing 1 run, and that was on a Jazz Chisholm ground out. So Nola was fortunate there and gutsy enough to get out of the inning. Made some good pitches. And like I said, bottom of the 1st, Schwarber walks, Turner grounds out because he can't get the ball out of the infield anymore. Harper strikes out because Harper just can't do anything right now. Alec Boehm gets the double right into the gap and scores the run to tie the game. Top of the 2nd, Aaron Nola, after a leadoff single, gets out of it. Bottom 2, JT singles to lead off, Stott walks with 1 out, and then Hayes hits the home run, makes it 4-1. Top 3, Nola, after a 1-out single, gets out of that inning. Phillies 1-2-3 in the 3rd. Yankees in the 4th inning, after a 2-out double by Volpe, Nola gets out of that situation. Bottom of the 4th inning, after a JT leadoff single, nothing happens there. Hayes also got hit by a pitch with 2 outs, and then Schwarber struck out. Top of the 5th inning, after a 2-out walk to Aaron Judge, Nola gets out of that. Bottom of the 5th inning, 1-2-3 inning there for the Phillies. Top of the 6th inning, Jazz Chisholm, leadoff solo bomb. Nola eventually gets out of that, but Alvarado does have to come into this inning. Torres lines out, then he gets Bryce to strike out. Volpe gets a single. He eventually gets to second base on a throwing error by JT and then moves to 3rd as well. Grisham then walks, and that was the first time in my entire life I've ever saw Aaron Nola swear. You see it on the fucking replay. He goes, "Fuck!" after he walks Grisham. Alvarado comes in and gets Verdugo to ground out. Bottom of the 6th, the Phillies go down 1-2-3 after the Yankees go to the bullpen. Top 7, Juan Soto, 8-pitch at bat, 2-2, eventually worked at 3-2, fouled off a couple of pitches. There were fastballs on the outside part of the zone. That's basically Matt Strom's bread and butter against lefties, and Juan Soto was fouling everything off, and then he eventually walked them. And then Judge walks on 5 pitches, and then he strikes Wells out. And then Jazz got a pitch, hanging slider on the top of the zone, and he hits it out. 3-run bomb, Yankees on top. Because like I said, Jazz Chisholm is apparently God. Bottom 7, because Strom eventually got out of it. Bottom 7, Phillies don't do anything after Schwarber gets hit by a pitch. Top 8, Ruiz out there. Surprisingly, Ruiz had a solid inning. Bottom 8, Phillies go down 1-2-3. Lovely. Top 9, Estevez, debut with the Phillies. Gets a 1-2-3 inning, so good for him. Bottom 9, JT infield single. Castellanos grounds into a fielder's choice, avoids the double play. Rojas comes in the pinch run for Castellanos. Stott then singles. Hayes grounds into a fielder's choice. Bryson Stott's thrown out at second base. Rojas is at 3rd. Wild pitch during the Schwarber at bat. Rojas scores because of it. Then Schwarber gets intentionally walked. Turner reaches in on an infield single. Loads the bases up. Bryce Harper grounds out. And of course, it goes off the first baseman's glove and right to the glove of Gleyber Torres. So unfortunate there, but it would have been nice that Bryce hustled it out of the box. Just saying. Just saying. So Bryce Harper can't do anything right. Top 10, Jeff Hoffman gets a scoreless top of the 10th. You know, a really hard thing to do in extra innings because of the ghost runner. It's hard to avoid the ghost runner from scoring, and Jeff Hoffman did that. And Jeff Hoffman did that. So why don't you go win in the bottom of the 10th inning? Huh? Why don't you go win? So first 2 outs. Bohm grounds out, and Marsh pops up with the ghost runner. JT walks intentionally to get the Rojas. Rojas with an infield single. Bryson stop up with the bases loaded. He swings at the first pitch and lines out. So who the fuck do you think you are, Bryson Stott, swinging at the first pitch in that situation? Get the fuck out of here. Top 11. Hoffman back out there. He wasn't going to go scoreless 2 innings in a row in the extras. Grisham grounds out, which gets Volpe over the third. And then Verdugo hits the sac fly. Then a couple of singles by Soto and Judge. And then Hoffman manages to get out of it, only allowing the 1 run. Bottom of the 11th inning. Stott moves to third on a wild pitch. Hayes gets his 4th RBI in singles. Ties the ball game up. Schwarber strikes out. Well, Hayes stole third, and Schwarber struck out on ball 4, by the way. Turner grounds out, which moves Hayes over the third. Harper gets intentionally walked. And then Bohm barrels the ball up, of course. It just goes right to Grisham, sliding catch. Ends the inning, of course. And then top 12. Jazz Chisholm gets all the luck in the world. He just puts the ball in the right spot in left field. So you get first and third there with no outs. And this is with Kerkering on the mound. Torres sacrifice fly, which turns into a double play because Jazz Chisholm was trying to take second base on the play. So it's a good defensive play, but still a run scores. And then Stanton comes in to pinch hit. He strikes out. Bottom 12 for the Phillies. Marsh swinging at the first pitch. He flies out. JT strikes out. And then Wilson, pinch hitting for Rojas with the ghost runner. He strikes out. Beautiful stuff here, boys, right? Beautiful stuff here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff here. You want to look at the lineup? Kyle Schwarber 0 for 3 with 2 walks. He did jack shit today. Trey Turner did jack shit today. He went 1 for 6. Bryce Harper continues to do jack shit. He went 0 for 5 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Alec Bohm 1 for 6 with an RBI. Brandon Marsh 0 for 6. So look at the top of your lineup right here. The first 5 guys. The first 5 guys, they were combined 2 for, what's that? They are combined 2 for 9, 14, 20. Combined 2 for 26 with 3 walks. 2 for 26 with 3 walks and an RBI. You're not going to win many ball games doing that, huh? You're not. You're not. You're not. What else is there? JT actually had a solid day at the plate. 3 for 5. I don't blame him. Had a walk in there as well. Nick Castellanos 0 for 4. Johan Rojas 1 for 1. Weston Wilson 0 for 1. Bryson Stott 1 for 4. Austin Hayes, really can't blame him. He was the only one producing tonight. 2 for 4, 4 RBIs. If your 9-hole hitter has 4 RBIs and the rest of the offense has done jack shit, you're not doing much. You're not doing much, huh? 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 Let's look at the pitching. Aaron Nola deserved a better fate today. He battled a lot. And like I said, the entire thing from Aaron Nola today goes basically forgotten because of what happened in the rest of the game. 5 2/3, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts on 95 pitches. Definitely did not have his best stuff out there on the mound, but he battled. Got out of that first inning, only allowing 1 run somehow. And of course, Aaron Nola's stat line has to have a home run involved in there. And of course, that happened with the Jazz Chisholm solo shot. But still, Nola fought through some command. Strikes weren't fully there for him. Umpire behind the plate, of course, was bad. That's just given. That's just given. But Nola put you in a position to win the ball game. That's what Nola did. Not his fault. Not his fault. Alvarado comes in, gets out of the 6th inning on 3 pitches. Matt Strahm was not good. Apparently, Matt Strahm is in a situation where he can't do anything right now. 1 inning, allowed 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts on 27 pitches, and a home run allowed to Jazz Chisholm. Because, like I said, apparently Jazz Chisholm is apparently God. He's apparently God. Ruiz, 1 inning, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Estevez, 15 pitches in the 9th. Hoffman, don't blame him because he did his job. Can't always prevent the ghost runner from scoring. 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 unearned run allowed, 1 strikeout on 19 pitches. He threw 17 strikes. That's how good Hoffman was. His ERA is now below 1. Unreal. Kerkering, can't blame him. Can't prevent the ghost runner from scoring all the time. It's just not going to happen. Unearned run, 1 hit, 1 strikeout on 12 pitches, threw 9 strikes. I mean, you can't blame the rest of the guys in the bullpen besides Stromberg. That's it. Look at the Yankees, though. Warren, because Garrett Cole was originally supposed to start today. Garrett Cole was originally supposed to start today. He didn't start today because he was feeling under the weather. So, Warren making his major league debut. 5 in the third innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts on 97 pitches. You only got 4 runs against the guy making his major league debut? Yeah, that fits. That fits. The rest of the bullpen basically did their job. Cousins got 2 outs, didn't do anything, didn't get any harm done on him. Kaline, or Canale, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, 1 inning, 1 strikeout. Weaver, 7 pitches. I believe that was in the 8th or the 9th. That was in the 8th inning. Weaver, shut you guys down easily. Holmes was basically the worst reliever there for the Yankees. Blew another save. 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 24 pitches. Should have been more because the Phillies should have won the game in the fucking bottom of the 9th inning, but you never know. But you know, it's the Phillies right now. They can't do anything right. Leiter Jr., Mark Leiter Jr., the guy they just fucking traded for today, had to pitch in this game, and you didn't do jack diddly squat to him. Didn't do jack diddly squat to him. Basically, it was what was that, the 10th inning? So, how'd you get the run in the 10th inning again? I don't know. It's fucking blanking in my mind because I want to forget this game. I want to forget every game I fucking watched the past couple of weeks because it's been that putrid. It's just been that putrid. Yeah, bottom of the 10th inning, you didn't score. So, no harm, no done there from fucking Mark Leiter Jr. that you should have fucking scored against. 1 hit, 1 walk, 13 pitches. Unreal. You had the bases fucking loaded against him. Tonkin pitched 2 innings and got a save. Allowed 1 run and struck out 3. Unreal. Unreal. Unfucking real. Looking at the Yankees lineup today, Verdugo went 1 for 4 with a sac fly. Soto went 1 for 4 with 2 walks. Aaron Judge went 3 for 4 with 2 walks. Wells went 0 for 6. You owned him today. Chisholm is apparently fucking God. I'm going to keep saying that because he is. 3 for 6 with 5 RBI and 2 home runs again. Gleyber Torres 0 for 5 with a sac. Bryce 1 for 4. Then their pinch hitters came in. LeMahieu went 0 for 1. Stanton 0 for 1. And then Cabrera came in for a defensive replacement. Volpe went 2 for 5. And Grisham went 0 for 4 with a sac. Or with a walk. Phillies went 5 for 18 with runners in scoring position. The Yankees went 3 for 16. Phillies left 13 runners on base while the Yankees left 12. Disgraceful. Disgraceful. It just is. It just is. Disgraceful. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. This fucking team is completely driving me insane. And rightfully so. Oh, and look at that division lead. Look at that division lead slowly breaking down. Look at that division lead slowly breaking down. 7.5 games above the Braves and 8 games above the Mets. Both of those teams won today. Oh, isn't that lovely? And look at the New York Mets. They're taking care of business against the Minnesota Twins that you struggled to beat. What a world, huh? What a world. Is there anything else that I should talk about? Yeah, I should probably talk about this fucking... I should probably talk about this fucking trade deadline. Let's see. Let's see. What did Rob Thompson say after this game? Probably nothing because Rob Thompson doesn't provide us jack shit, and Rob Thompson continues to be the even-keeled, oh, ho-hum, it'll be fine guy. Shut up, Rob. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Rob Thompson on the Phillies' struggle since sweeping the Dodgers. Well, pitchers are walking a lot more people, and the bats have gone silent, but that'll change. It'll change. Oh, will it, Rob? Will it? Because saw nothing in this past 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. How long has it been? I have no idea. Because it's been too long. It's been too long. It'll change. When will it change? Are you going to do anything to change it? Or are you just going to ho-hum? Nah, it'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh, look, I got a hockey stick. Oh, I'm ambidextrous. Oh, I can use both. I'm right-handed when I play field hockey. Oh, I'm left-handed when I play ice hockey in Canada. Blah, 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 blah. Talking to Matvey Michkov and all that shit. Oh. Shut up. Shut it. tired. I'm tired. Tired of everything. Anything else? Fred, what am I supposed to be? I hate acting like this. I hate talking like this. I'm normally even-keeled and positive. What positivity am I supposed to be during this stretch, huh? What am I supposed to be, huh? What am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to be just all hunky-dory, they'll be fine? All hunky-dory, they'll be fine? I can't say that because they haven't shown me anything that they'll be fine. They haven't shown me anything. They haven't shown me anything. Nothing. Nothing. Nada. Diddly squat. Nothing. Don't even get me started with this fucking trade deadline by Dave Dombrowski. Don't even get me started with this trade deadline because it was a failure. It was a failure. 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 Now, I liked the Austin Hayes trade. I thought it was a savvy move. When you use him the right way. When you use him the right way. You don't play... I know I should be talking about Austin Hayes. He had 4 RBIs tonight. He wasn't the issue tonight, but... Austin Hayes' numbers describe what player he is. Austin Hayes can hit lefties, and that's it. He is a platoon guy that you bat against left-handed pitching because that's where his numbers suit him best. He's not an everyday guy. He's not an everyday guy, but the Phillies brought him in to be an everyday guy. I don't know if that's a Rob thing. I don't know if that's a Dave Dombrowski thing, or I don't know if the message was just lost there. I don't know if that's the case. And obviously they're not starting Rojas. They're putting Marsh out there in center field every day, so Rojas doesn't even look like he's going to be starting anymore at this point. He literally just will be a defensive replacement or a pinch runner type of guy. So I don't know what's going on there. The Estevez trade, I liked. I liked Estevez. Getting bullpen depth. You got a guy for the back end of the bullpen. We were asking for that. Good trade. I don't care giving up prospects for that. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And then you go quiet for a little bit. And then all the trade deadline, basically, very quiet. A lot of other trades are being made. Nothing Phillies related. Until you get to the last minute of the trade deadline, basically. You get Tanner Banks. Tanner Banks from the Chicago White Sox. And Tanner Banks' numbers from face value don't look the best. If you look at his numbers from face value, I think Jason Stark posted this on Twitter. Tanner Banks is basically a left-handed pitcher that is dominant against left-handed hitters. And righties mash him. Which I'm not surprised. He doesn't sound like he'll be any type of high leverage type of guy. His baseball savant looks solid. He has a lot of things in red, which is good. Where's that stat that I saw from Jason Stark? Where's that stat? I think it was Jason Stark that posted it. Where's it at? Where's it at? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Tanner Banks is a nightmare matchup for left-handed hitters. Faced 83 of them this year, struck out 28 in a 34% K rate. They're hitting 184 this year against him, only with 1 home run. Of course, he'll be in a Philly. He'll probably allow 3 home runs. That'll be the case. But right-handed hitters, it doesn't tell his full story. I think Anthony Sanfilippo put this in his article. Oh, here we go. Against right-handers this year, he's faced 122 of them, struck out 27. Meanwhile, righties are slashing a 308 average, a 372 on base, a 477 slugging for an 849 OPS against him. So, yeah, Banks is a left-handed specialist against left-handed pitching. But, like, with the 3-batter minimum, you're going to have to risk that. You know, not the best reliever out there on the market, but it's more depth for your bullpen. And also, you do end up With trading for Banks, you get rid of Gregory Soto and trade him to the Baltimore Orioles. I have no idea why the Baltimore Orioles are so fixated on the worst parts of our bullpen with Seranthony Dominguez, with Craig Kimbrell, and now Gregory Soto. So I don't know what their plan is out there. And Dave Dombrowski turned Gregory Soto into 2 prospects. So I don't know what to think about that. I guess you could say Dave was just taking advantage of the very egregious market out there for relievers because relievers were just getting obnoxious prices. It was ridiculous out there. If you saw some of the things that relief pitchers got, you would think to yourself, this would never happen in a million years. Did you see what Tanner Stott got? In no years whatsoever would a relief pitcher, regardless of Tanner Scott's capabilities, no relief pitcher is getting you 3 top prospects. That is not happening. That is never happening. That's just how weird the market was. I'm not even saying this from a Phillies perspective. I'm just looking at the trade deadline in general. This has nothing to do with the Phillies perspective. This is that the trade deadline in general and the prices out there were fucking ludicrous. Ludicrous. Some of these relievers getting prices that they should not even be valued at whatsoever. Crazy. Crazy. Crazy prices. I don't even know how to explain it. 3 prospects for Tanner Stott. Tanner Scott's a great pitcher. You don't pay 3 prospects for a relief pitcher. That's just... And this is also one thing with the trade deadline that probably affects it. Now, since you added the new playoff format, that means there's more buyers and less sellers. That means the teams that are selling, and there's very few of them, they're going to ask for more prices because, oh, there's not that much competition. I'm going to ask for so-and-so because I'm not worried about another team that you're going to jump towards to get another thing from us that may be at lesser value. If you understand what I'm saying, look at all the people that the Marlins traded away. The Marlins barely had any competition for their pieces because the Marlins are one of the few teams that are selling. For some reason, the Chicago White Sox refused to trade Garrett Crochet and Luis Robert. I have no idea why. They traded away Eric Fetty. I don't know why they hung on to Crochet and Robert because they could have gotten... I apologize there. I was feeling something in my throat. They couldn't got so much for them. So much. So the White Sox really fucked that up. And like I said, this is not from a Phillies perspective. This is just me viewing baseball as a whole. I'll get to the Phillies perspective in just a little bit. Here. Yeah, it was a weird trade deadline. It was. Teams were getting prices for certain players that not in a million years that you would value this type of player as. You know what I mean? Getting all these boatloads of prospects and all these boatloads of things over. Some players just weren't worth that value, and that's just what the market was this year because there's so few sellers. And teams are going to overpay for that. It's just what it was. Now to the Phillies' perspective. Dave Dombrowski. Some of the trades you made, I liked. But you left so much meat on the bone. So much. I'm just bringing you the New York Yankees example. They go out. Excuse me there. They get Jazz Chisholm. Name probably sparks more than his play over the course of his career. But he has potential. And yeah, definitely playing it for a team like the New York Yankees, a team that's trying to compete for a World Series. Definitely a better environment than playing for the Miami Marlins and playing for that franchise. Definitely completely 2 different environments. You're also playing in Yankee Stadium, even though he hasn't played in Yankee Stadium yet. That's definitely going to benefit him. Look at what he's provided for his team in the very short span that he's played with them. Trading for a bat can spark your lineup. It can spark confidence in some guys. Like, oh, Dave got so-and-so. That can help us. Let's show this guy a good time. Let's go and help him. You know, why couldn't you get a bat? And no, I'm not talking about Austin Hayes. Why couldn't you get another bat? Why didn't you want to get a new bat? I understand the point of your stars have to show up. I understand that. And yes, from a technicality standpoint, yes, if your stars don't hit, you don't win games. And no matter what bat you brought in to this clubhouse, as long as Bryce doesn't hit, as long as Trey doesn't hit, Castellanos, Schwarber, etc., 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 does not hit, you're not going to win. And that is true. But you can supplement the lineup. You can supplement it. Adding a nice bat. You could have gotten Luis Robert. I feel like you could have afforded him. You could have gotten Randy Arozarena before he was traded to Seattle. Hell, you couldn't even gotten Jazz Chisholm. You couldn't got some guys. You could have got Jazz Chisholm. You could have got Luis Robert. You could have possibly gotten Cody Bellinger. You could have gotten some of these names out there. Why? Why? Because you like this team too much? And now, yes, full value from my mindset here, from the words that I have been spewing the past couple of days. Yes, I still believe this team is capable of winning a World Series. Oh yeah, contrary to the belief. What? Oh, shocking. I still think it's true that they'll be fine eventually. I still think it's true that this roster is capable of winning a World Series. But it's the mindset of your front office that really pisses me off here. Because I'm looking at the rest of the league. I look how weak it is. The Dodgers, yeah, they're unhealthy right now. They'll eventually get better. But the Dodgers aren't that strong. Are we really scared of the Milwaukee Brewers? The Braves are banged up. Really no one else in the... Well, I guess now you could say the San Diego Padres because they really loaded up. But there's really anyone else in the National League scare you right now. I'm just talking about from a Phillies standpoint, from the front office standpoint. With how weak the league this year is for top talent, this was supposed to be your all-in push. Your all-in push. And what I saw at the trade deadline this year did not signify that. Just did not signify that at all. And the amount of times that John Middleton always says that I want my fucking trophy back, this didn't signify that. Didn't have that type of mentality. It just didn't. And yes, I understand. Yes, when Bryce is going, when Trey's going, when all that's going, your offense is great. That's why you were putting up some of the best offensive numbers in baseball over the first half. And now they're fucking ice cold, and now you're playing terribly. And right now, some guys in your bullpen just can't not hold leads. That's disturbing. It's the mentality there. It's the mindset there to not go all in. That's what bothers me. That's what bothers me a lot. Is there anything on here on Twitter before we get to the Anytime Hotlines? Anything here? Trey Turner on what's not working at the plate right now. Everything. Oh, that's nice. Nope, nothing on Twitter. Nothing on Twitter. Wow, I got a lot of viewers in here. I did not realize that. I've had a lot of views on this video. I did not realize that. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. But I also hate that sign is people really appreciate me being in misery. Now, I personally don't think you guys think that, but it feels like when it's very miserable, that's when the views really rank up. I love everyone here that chooses to view here, though. I hate that it's at my expense of sanity. But, you know, should the Phillies... No. 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 You're not firing Dave Dombrowski. Just because I believe Dave Dombrowski failed this deadline doesn't mean that Dave Dombrowski doesn't do good things all over the place. Just because I feel like he failed this deadline doesn't mean I don't think that he's not... I'm completely phrasing that weird. Just because he failed this deadline doesn't mean I think that he's a terrible front office guy and a terrible president. No, I don't think that. Dave Dombrowski has had much success in basically everywhere he has been in Major League Baseball. He's won championships, he's a proven winner, and he's brought success to multiple organizations. Just because he failed this trade deadline doesn't make me change the fact of that mindset. I'm upset with him at this trade deadline, but I know he's still a very good president of baseball ops. No, I don't see anything here. I think we got a text message as well. Got a text message from Jonathan here. So this is from Jonathan right here. No, Fred, Ranger is not pitching tomorrow. It's Christopher Sanchez. The text right here from Jonathan. That close to ending it in the 11th, Bohm just put too much on it. Glad to see a dogfight from the struggling lineup, especially after getting gut punched yesterday. Also, Estevez with a clean 1-2-3 inning in his Phillies debut was great to see. Hopefully that's the start of the closer we'll be winning all season. I love that you're trying to take the positive approach out of this, Jonathan. I just can't. I just can't. Yeah, Estevez had a solid, clean 1-2-3 inning. Yes, Bohm hit it right on the barrel. That was unfortunate. I can't take the positives here. It's as much as you fought back, it was the bottom of your lineup doing everything, and you relying on the freaking Yankees pitchers to implode on themselves. That's how I saw it. You had 4 hits, basically in total until the 9th inning, until a couple of ground balls that the Yankees defense just couldn't throw you out with. And then you relied on a wild pitch to tie the game, and then you couldn't get a hit with bases loaded twice in a row. In the 9th inning and the 10th inning, with 2 outs. A team lucks into that, eventually. Let's get to Sean's voicemail. Sean, what you got? If I can hit the fucking play button, if I can do things properly here, that'd be nice.
Should we be surprised?
No.
I mean, you know it's bad when you have allowed Jazz Chisholm Jr. at a position that he really hasn't played a lot of, if at all, to look like the second coming of Mike Schmidt. No need to belabor this. I'll just say this in closing. This game right here is a microcosm of something that I've harped on for years. To win a championship, you must be able to play small ball. And I know the pundits say, well, that's not the way the game is played. Moving runners over is boring. Hitting sac flies is boring. You know what? Losing's boring too. Watching these guys with a swing hard, hope you hit it mentality is boring too. You better accept the fact, and you better master the ability to score runs in multidimensional ways. And every time this team has to play extra inning baseball, it shows up, doesn't it? 3 chances to push across multiple runs to win a game, and you can't do it because you can't move runners over and you can't get runners home from third.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Yankees couldn't do that either. But still, yeah, most of your points are valid. I still don't agree with playing small ball, though. I know it's exactly what you said. It's not the way the game's played these days. It just isn't. I prefer the Phillies offense the past couple. Yeah, of course that comes with the downsides. Of course, yes, but it's just not. It's not the way the game's played anymore. It doesn't value the guy in your leadoff position to be batting near 300, to be getting on base constantly, being a stealing threat. That's not the way the game's played. Teams don't bunt anymore. Teams don't value wasting those outs. They don't bunt to get runners over. They don't do this. They don't do that. They don't do anything that the way the old game was played. It just does. It's not the way the game's played anymore. Texas Rangers last year didn't do that. The Texas Rangers hit a boatload of home runs. They hit a boatload of extra base hits. Teams before that, same exact deal. The Houston Astros, same exact way. It just is. You can call it fundamentals, Sean, but you can be fundamental and hit the ball out of the ballpark and hit extra base hits. You don't have to only hit, small ball and all this stuff. I know you're not saying just only play small ball, but I just don't see teams in the previous years just play small ball and rely on playing small ball. That's not what good teams do. It just isn't. Playing small ball in these days is loser baseball. It's just what it is. The Yankees didn't do that at all today. They just, scored in the extra innings because most times you should be scoring that ghost runner. It's what it is. It's what it is. I don't know how else to explain it. And I don't see anything else here on Twitter. I don't think the Phillies ever said they were going to add contact hitting after the NLCS loss. I think it was talking about mainly changing their approach. And for the first half, the approach was better. They're just in a very, 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 very bad and brutal, long stretch. I don't even know how to say it. I mean, before the Yankees are doing this to us, the Yankees were playing to the par of the Colorado Rockies and the Miami Marlins. That's how bad the Yankees were playing. Go ask Yankees fans. It was brutal. It was terrible. They were on a downward spiral, and now it looks like they're breaking out of it. So I don't know how to fully explain it. If the Yankees could get out of their terrible stretch that they were in, look at that entire stretch for the Yankees that they were in for a long, 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 long time. Their offense was just Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. It was nothing else. Their pitching was the worst in the league during that stretch. Their bullpen was terrible. Everything for them was terrible. And now they're figuring it out. So, I don't know what else to tell you. Julian, with all the stuff you're saying, I still think the Phillies win the division. With all that, what you're saying, I still think the Phillies win the division. The Braves are too depleted with injury-wise. No, Jorge Soler does not save their season. Jorge Soler does not save the Braves season. As much as people want to try to drive that narrative, it does not. The Mets, they're going to win series. They're going to lose series. That's what the Mets have been the entire year. They win a couple of series. They lose a couple of series. That's what they've been the entire year. I still think the Phillies win the division at the end of the day. Sue me if I think like that. I know we're all down bad and everything. I still think at the end of the day, this team is capable of winning a World Series. Like I said, contrary to the belief. Contrary to the belief and contrary to what I've been saying the past couple of days. Well, I'd rather see this team not go through this stretch at all, Michael. That would be more. That'd be more beneficial to my sanity. I mean, I don't blame you for not seeing anything positive with the schedule coming. Do I have confidence in this team going out on the West Coast and winning a fucking series? No. No. I don't. 3 against the Mariners, who have elite pitching. Yeah, their offense isn't good, but they have elite pitching. The Dodgers, they're going to look for revenge after sweeping them. and 4 games against Arizona in a ballpark where you're struggling regardless of what happened last year, oh yeah, sign me up for that. Sarcastically. Jesus. Ridiculous, guys. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. Wonder what Hunter's reaction's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be good. Is it gonna be on par with my reaction? Probably. Probably even worse. Hunter screams more than I can. Hunter has the benefit of soundproofing. I don't. I don't. Even though I technically was shouting in the beginning of this. Calm down a little bit. Who cares how elite the Mariners' pitching is? Well, our offense isn't doing anything. So, if the Mariners have elite pitching and our offense isn't doing anything, it doesn't favor us. I'm just going to say that. It does not favor us whatsoever. Let me go to the beginning of this chat, see what guys are saying. Okay. Well, guys, I think Hunter even brought this up the other day. If you're comparing this to the Eagles' last year collapse, I think you're letting the Eagles off the hook. Because there was just so much turmoil with the Eagles that led to their collapse. I think the Eagles' collapse is still 20 billion times worse than anything. That's what I believe, at least. If you're a therapist in the Phillies area. That probably is true. That probably is true. Let's see. Go to bed, Michael. I'm definitely not going to be going to bed anytime soon. I'm definitely not going to bed anytime soon. That's a fact. What else? I don't see anything else here. So, what time is the game tomorrow? 12, 12:30, I think. Let me check. I don't know why I didn't already check before this. But yep, 12:30 game. Nestor Cortez, who was not traded, is on the mound for the Yankees, and Christopher Sanchez is on the mound for the Phillies. Will the Phillies get swept for the first time this year? I have no idea. I believe, Kevin. I believe you. Yeah, that is true. Phillies have way too many good, talented players in this roster to be going through this stretch. I agree. Well, we'll find out what happens tomorrow. Well, guys, thanks for wallowing in the misery tonight. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. I think there were a couple of Yankees fans in this chat. Well, let them enjoy themselves. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Does me a great deal of service. Also, use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Great deal. Do not pass it up. Thanks, guys, for tuning in tonight. Tomorrow, yeah, recap will still be usual. I do have a dentist appointment during the game, so who knows? Maybe being at the dentist will spark something in the fucking Phillies. I have no fucking clue. So, yeah, that's basically it. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.